This killer kidnaps this girl and is about to cut her with a sharp knife, but then he sees that the girl is neither scared nor crying. Seeing this, the killer thinks of cutting her with a bigger knife. Seeing such a big knife, the girl starts laughing. On seeing this, the killer angrily asks her that why are you laughing? On this, the girl tells the killer that you cannot kill me because my boyfriend will save me from you. The name of this girl is Damini, who is waiting for her boyfriend to come to the station. But at the same time, a killer comes there and sprays on Damini's face and makes her unconscious. But before Damini becomes completely unconscious, she smiles because she had seen her blind boyfriend coming to the same station. But when the killer sees that the man is blind, he secretly picks up Damini and takes her away from there. This makes Gautam a little suspicious, and he calls Damini. After searching here and there for a while, he finds her. Damini's ring is found, which turns his doubt into belief that his girlfriend Damini is in some trouble. So the story begins in a deserted place where the psycho killer of this story makes a girl lie on the bed, ties her hands and legs, and without talking to her, beheads her. Takes her remaining body and leaves it at a place. In the morning, this matter reaches the police. The police comes into action, and after completing all the formalities, leaves from there. Our hero Gautam also lives in the same city who cannot see, but he loved to listen to a radio jockey named Damini, and he used to listen to her show often. Gautam fell in love with Damini while listening to her, but till now it was only a one-sided love. Gautam knows very well when and where Damini is going to go, and what she will do next. That's why, with the help of his friend Raj Nayakam, he keeps following her, and meanwhile, while following Damini, he reaches a wedding. Gautam tries to impress her by singing a song. Soon he proposes Damini, but Damini rejects his proposal in the beginning. But after Gautam's repeated requests, Damini tells him that okay, tomorrow I am going to a place. If you find out the address of that place and meet me there, I will accept your proposal, and also accept that you truly love me. Also giving him a hint, she asks Gautam to listen to tomorrow's program carefully. The next day, Gautam listens to Damini's program on the radio with full attention. On the other hand, Damini was waiting for Gautam at a railway station at night because she was sure that Gautam would definitely come. But even after waiting for a long time, Gautam did not come, and instead the psycho killer came there, who sprays it on Damini's face and makes her unconscious. But before she faints, Damini sees Gautam coming there and a smile comes on her face. Gautam smells the fragrance of her perfume as soon as he comes near Damini. Gautam moves towards the bench calling Damini, but the smart psycho killer calmly picks up Damini on his shoulder and goes in front of Gautam. This scene is going to give many times more bone-chilling experience than it sounds. Well, Gautam feels that something is wrong here, so he calls the police and tells them what happened and says that Damini has been kidnapped by the same psycho killer. The psycho killer was ready to cut off Damini's hands and legs after bringing her to a place, when his eyes fall on Damini's face, on which there was no fear of any kind, rather she was ready to be. On the contrary, she was smiling. The killer asks her why she is smiling and why there is no fear on her face. Damini tells him that my birthday is exactly 7 days from today, and if I am not able to reach Gautam by my birthday, he will find me from anywhere. Hearing all this, the killer does not kill Damini and accepts her challenge. After some time, the killer goes out and books a prostitute and brings her to his place after making her unconscious. Instead of Damini, he ties her hands and legs and beheads her too. After doing all this, the killer tells Damini that when Gautam will come here searching for you, I will cut off his head and put it in your hand and cut off your head and put it in his hand. The next day, the killer throws the prostitute's body outside. Soon the police reaches there. Police officer Muthu tells the commissioner that Damini's father has confirmed that this body is not Damini's. Gautam reaches there after hearing about the body, and from the smell he also understands that this is not Damini. Gautam immediately goes to a psychiatrist named Sushila and tells her that Damini is still alive. Dr. Sushila tells him that this should not have happened because the killer kills every girl he has kidnapped. Then what was different in Damini's case? The psychiatrist encouraged Gautam and says that the police have been after her for 1.5 years but have not been able to catch her yet. Maybe this time you can catch her. But still Gautam goes to the police commissioner to ask for their help. A constable named Akbar tells him about an ex-police officer named Kamala who had worked on this case earlier. Gautam immediately reaches Kamala's house after finding her address and tells her everything about Damini, but Kamala refuses him to come there and starts talking nonsense to him. Actually, Kamala lost both her arms and legs in an accident. After this, she was confined to a wheelchair. Angered by this, Gautam slaps her and leaves from there. On the other hand, the police also reach the area of the prostitute and start questioning a woman. The woman says that Ronnie called me last night and was telling that she is with her customer. Her customer was taking her somewhere in a nice car. He was also very good looking. After collecting some such information, the police comes to know that the killer is a rich man. His age is around 28 to 30 years old. She must have 1 or 2 luxury cars. The same night, Kamala reaches Gautam's house with her mother. This time she had decided that she will help Gautam, and now she will not let even one girl die. Kamala says that first of all we have to collect all the information of this case, which is with Sid right now, so we have to get all the information from there. Actually, 1.5 years ago she had worked on this case. That is why she knew where the evidence and details are kept. With the help of Kamala, Gautam reaches the Sid office. When Gautam is about to open the cupboard, a man catches him from behind. Just then Muthu comes to the office to take back the keys of his house. Muthu gets a little suspicious, but there was no one there. After Muthu leaves, we come to know that the other person in the office was Akbar and he had hidden him. Constable Akbar is helping Gautam and everyone is surprised. Gautam gives her the Xerox copy of the details papers. When Kamala takes the details home and studies them, she finds out that a total of 14 girls have disappeared. 4 of them are prostitutes and the rest were very successful in their field. Similarly, the girls who were kidnapped disappeared from the road in broad daylight. Gautam goes to the homes of all the victims with the police team and asks them about the kidnapping. Everyone says that their daughter disappeared on the way back home. After listening to all this, Gautam goes to every place where these girls were last seen. Gautam notices that one thing is common at all the crime scenes, which was a dustbin. Gautam and Kamala understand that when the girl was returning home, she must have seen something near the dustbin, so she must have stopped her car and got down. After asking the children playing nearby, he finds out. Gautam and Kamala predict that first the killer would buy a cute puppy and leave it near a dustbin after our child saw the puppy. Then when the girl stops her car after seeing the puppy, the kidnapper would say that this dog is mine, please bring it and give it to me. And as soon as the girl goes to him, he would make her unconscious and kidnap her. The next day, the kidnapper is going to kidnap a new girl with the same plan, but he is not successful in this because yesterday Kamala and Gautam brought Sanjeet and kept it outside Gautam's house and sent a message on which was written advance happy birthday. Gautam gets a strange smell from the girl's body, so he asks Raj Nayakam to bring a white and a black pig. Raj Nayakam does the same and he gives it to her. Gautam brings both the pigs in front of him. Gautam tells Kamala that he was getting white pig odor from the body of this girl, as well as from the prostitute girl who died earlier. They start searching by visiting all the pig farms one by one, but they do not find any young owner in any pig farm who matches the description of the killer. Meanwhile, Muthu comes to know that Gautam and his team are going to the pig farms to inquire because Muthu had sent a man to follow Gautam. Muthu goes to one such pig farm, and coincidentally the owner of one of the farms is the same killer whom they were searching for till now. The killer gets scared on seeing the police at his place and injects the policeman and makes him unconscious. After this, we see the policeman locked in his room, in which the killer used to carry out all his activities when the killer is not there. Damini wakes him up. She asks him to escape from here, but Muthu says that he will not be able to do it. After a while, the psycho killer comes to Muthu and kills him too. Similarly, after checking all the pig farms, Gautam and his team do not get any evidence, but Kamala was sure that the killer will be present in one of these big farms. The killer calls Gautam from Raj Nayakam's phone and tells him that he is going to kill Damini on her birthday. Gautam comes to know about Raj Nayakam the next day. He is very sad to hear this, but Raj Nayakam was his eyes as well as a true friend. The doctor who did the post-mortem gives Gautam his belongings and tells him that the killer has cut off his right hand's little finger and taken it with him. After seeing all this, Gautam tells Kamala and her mother that he will not chase the killer anymore. Kamala gets very angry at this and says that if you had to give up so soon then, why did you bring me out of the darkness? What was the need to give me hope? It was all my mistake that I trusted you. If I had not fallen from the college stairs at that time, today I would have solved this case alone. After hearing about the college, Gautam and Kamala go straight to that college and inquire where Kamala had come 1.5 years ago. Actually, a student was also murdered here. Kamala had come here in connection with the same. On checking the CCTV footage, some suspicions were found. Kamala and Gautam meet the forum principal and ask him who is this person who is sitting next to you in this video. The principal tells them that I don't know who that man was, but I can definitely say that he was a left-handed person because he took the popcorn in my place with his left hand and his right hand was in his pocket during the entire function. Knowing all this, something suddenly strikes Gautam's mind and he immediately goes and checks Raj Nayak's belongings. This makes it clear to him that the killer does not have a little finger on his right hand. Actually, this was the clue that Gautam's friend had left for him. When the killer came to Gautam's house, Gautam had taken the measurement of his car. With the help of this, he inquires in different car manufacturing companies and finally he gets success. A car company person tells that exactly as you told, a car manufacturer named Angulimal has been made. There is a man in whose name there is a hotel and a pig farm. Kamala and Gautam go to the same pig farm to find out the killer. But there they come to know that Angulimal has just gone out. During this investigation, Gautam finds a map which he brings and shows to Kamala. From here the scene shifts and we once again see Damini. In this closed cell, Damini sees a woman who has been imprisoned there for many years. On Damini's asking, she tells that her name is Rachel. Rachel was Angulimal's teacher. Angulimal grew up in an orphanage. In childhood, Rachel had punished the killer. Angulimal is taking revenge for the same today. On the other hand, Kamala makes it easy for Gautam to understand the map by putting matchsticks on it. Gautam also memorizes the map with the help of his fingers. Kamala gives the direction and Gautam drives. Angulimal brings Damini to a place and makes her sit on a chair, and in front of her is her teacher Rachel. Actually, he recreates the incident that happened in Angulimal's childhood. Her teacher Rachel had punished her for masturbating in childhood. That day, the teacher used to beat her 60 times every day. Angulimal pleads in front of her teacher that teacher please forgive me, I made a mistake. After this drama, Angulimal was now preparing to kill Damini when Damini asks him who was the dead body of the policeman lying there. On this, Angulimal tells her that when I was being arrested and taken to juvenile home, he misbehaved with me, so I killed him. Gautam and Kamala also reach that place. As soon as they go inside, they enter the factory. Knowing this, the alarm starts ringing. When Angulimal is about to kill Gautam, there is a power cut in the area. Actually, Kamala's mother had cut off the electricity of this area. In the dark, Angulimal starts looking for Gautam. Angulimal calls Gautam and says that I have lost and you have won. Either I will kill you or you kill me. Then Gautam comes in front and Angulimal injures him by stabbing him in the stomach. Gautam also makes Angulimal unconscious by giving him an electric shock. As soon as he becomes unconscious, Gautam ties his hands with chains. After that, Gautam finds Damini and frees her hands and legs. When both of them are running away from here, Angulimal shouts loudly that teacher please do not leave me alone. Hearing all this, Damini takes the key and throws it towards him. When Angulimal moves forward to take the key, his teacher Rachel picks up the key and swallows it. Mal goes to him and frees himself from the chains by ripping his stomach. By the time he runs out, Damini, Gautam, and Kamala had left the place. The next day, the police present Damini in front of the press. On asking Damini, she gives her statement that she did not see any psycho killer in that person. Rather, she saw a small child whom everyone had left alone, and his loneliness was taken advantage of. If I had been his mother or sister, he would have got so much love that he would never have become a psycho killer. In this way, she shows her sympathy. Angulimal was also watching this interview. He understands that now someone has understood him. Someone looked at him with love. Accepting his mistake and defeat, Angulimal jumps from a mountain and gives up his life. With this, the story ends.